Welcome back to another episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. We are your hosts. I am Randy.
I am Mark.
And we are here to talk about the new comics that will be on the shelf for May 23rd, 2018. It looks like it's going to be a small week for us.
Yeah.
For some, because last week was light for some and was out off the charts for others. So, if you don't know where we're located, we got to go through this. There are multiple ways to find us. You can find both of our locations here one here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and the other in Texarkana, Texas. You can go to our Facebook page or our website, ExcaliburCCG.com, to find the directions, to find the phone number, and to find our wonderful faces. Beyond that, the big announcement that we have.
Oh, yes. Finally.
You can lead them on into it.
We finally have GeekCon tickets.
Yes.
So they are here.
That is for August
16th through the 18th, 19th, something. It's in that middle weekend in August.
I don't have my phone to look at the
calendar.
The tickets that we have are the Saturday tickets and the weekend passes. $25 for the Saturday tickets, or $20 for the Saturday tickets, and $25 for the weekend passes.
The weekend includes Friday, so
yes, that doesn't include kids. That doesn't include,
no kids tickets anymore.
That doesn't include getting a ticket for no kids tickets through us. It's at the door.
They don't have them. Period. It's like 10 and under is free, and then over that's regular price.
Right.
So there's no kids tickets per se.
So be aware. Previously it's been 12 and under. They've moved it to 10 and under,
and regular price for everybody
else. Yeah. So that's all going to be taken care of, and as we get more details, we'll iron it out. Remember, there's going to be, if you're a wrestling fan, Mick Foley will be there.
Yep.
If you're a fan of Fright Night or The Princess Bride or The Nightmare Before Christmas, you have Chris Sarandon. If you are a fan of The Flash or Supergirl, we have the original television Flash, John Wesley
Shipp,
and Helen Slater, the original Supergirl. There are some notable guest artists here.
Mike Grell,
the big one.
That's the one I'm excited about.
Absolutely.
My Warlords autograph.
Warlords, your Green Arrows.
Yep.
There's multiple things that you guys can do. Joel Eisma will be back in town here. I'm totally blanking on his name. Our fun guy, the Daredevil not Deadpool and everything else. John Lucas. John Lucas will be back.
Said I had Wookiee hair.
Yes, Wookiee hair. I think John Lucas had some Wookiee hair too.
He did too. We were
Wookiee
awesome
brothers.
Wookiee hair bros. Yes.
That's all right. So there is a good list of people that will be there. If you are a fan of Star Wars, Daniel Logan, I think is the kid's name,
I think so.
Who played the young Boba Fett in the prequels, which I don't know what the prequels are. They haven't made 1, 2, and 3 yet, as far as I'm concerned.
One's still the first one, the 77.
Absolutely. It's still called Star Wars.
Yeah.
I never called it A New Hope as a kid.
I
didn't even realize that was on the list at the top of it. I don't think I ever read that, because
no, I never.
I don't know if they added that or something later.
They probably did.
Know. But GeekCon will be here in August, and the tickets are available now from us. Buy them here, because otherwise you're going to be buying them for a more expensive price at the door.
They'll have fees.
Yes, absolutely. And we have a little something extra for you guys. You want to give them some information here?
Actually, Saturday, May 26th,
yes,
from 2 to 5. The Rickmobile will be parked out in front of Excalibur Comics.
Yes. So they are going across the nation. This is their stop. And
Rick's Pop-Up Shop.
The Rickmobile.
The Rickmobile. We will have the Rickmobile for 3 whole hours. I've never seen Rick and Morty, so I don't know what that means. But...
Well, that was trying to do the Batman 66.
Okay.
When they transition or whatever. Yeah.
But I don't know what the Rickmobile is anyway. But
So, but there,
All you Rick and Morty fans.
there are people. Oh, was this with like Rick and Morty?
I guess so.
Oh, I was not putting two and two together. Okay, cool. Well,
I could be completely wrong. That's what I'm assuming.
but that's something that they have just gotten in touch with Boss Man.
Yep.
And as this video is going on, to allow us to impart that knowledge on you. So,
If it's not Rick and Morty, I have no idea what it is.
I don't know. Maybe Rick Fraser is going to be out there spinning some tables.
Maybe.
But that's going to be new comics on Wednesday the 23rd, and then on Saturday the 26th from 2 to 5. Come on up here, see what it's all about.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it's about, then take a look. If you do know what it's about, tell us.
We'll find out together.
And yeah, we're all in this experience called life together. So, so there's that. Beyond that, it's comic book time. Time to talk about number ones.
Yes.
Mark,
Absolutely.
you've got the first one.
All right, this is the biggie. Off the heels of Avengers number 1 comes Black Panther number 1. Ta-Nehisi Coates writing and Daniel Acuna with the art. A bold new direction for the Black Panther. For years, T'Challa has fought off invaders from his homeland, protecting Wakanda from everything from meddling governments to long-lost gods. Now he will discover that Wakanda is much bigger than he ever dreamed. There's some kind of intergalactic Wakanda thing, or something. It was in that Legacy one-shot, I think. There was something about that in there. So they're tying back into that. And so, big new adventures for Black Panther and all that. Sounds fun.
Awesome.
Should sell very well.
There are many people excited for this here, especially after the movie. We now have a number 1 coming out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
The hunt for Wolverine continues. This week's miniseries is Mystery Madripoor, if I can say Madripoor, number 1 of 4. Jim Zub and Thani Silas will be your creative team, with Greg Land providing the covers. What mayhem has the return of the mutant with the metal claws caused in Madripoor, when Wolverine's former alter ego Patch is sighted in the streets of Madripoor, the infamous island of ill repute, which is a great word. I like
It is.
that.
Ill repute's a nice word.
That's up there with behoove for me.
Yeah. You will rue the day. I like that phrase.
Rue's a great one.
Yeah.
We need to talk like that more often.
We do.
Just in
Well,
society.
we need to talk like supervillains.
Yeah.
I need more. Bah!
Huzzah. I like huzzah.
Huzzah's cool. For happy.
Yes. Kitty Pryde pulls together a group of Logas. Tubi. Logan's closest friends to
Note
try
to
and
self,
find him.
Tubi.
Tubi. It's like Jerry wrote something in the middle of the night, wrote something, and he couldn't remember what it meant. That's what that is. I wrote Tubi, T-U-B-I, on a piece of paper and put it in my wallet, and I don't know why. Don't know what it means. Anyways, they're in Madripoor, and Kitty Pryde is pulling together a group of Logan's closest friends to try and find him. That includes Storm, Rogue, Psylocke, Domino, and Jubilee. These are the ladies that were like daughters to him, or the ladies that were like lovers to him. Not in that order.
Okay.
So,
Well,
what they discover is a twisted cabal of crime and dark mysteries that will take these X-Men from the depths of Lowtown to the stars circling overhead in the hunt for Wolverine. That's a lot of crazy direction going on with
it
that.
is. It's
So
a lot of stuff going on there.
so hopefully they can find Wolverine throughout all of that labyrinth that seems to be there. Be there or be square. To be.
All right. There's exactly
to be.
one person excited about this one. This is Infinity Countdown Darkhawk, number 1 of 4 from Marvel Comics. Chris Sims and Chad Bowers. Takes 2 people to write Darkhawk for some reason. Lim.
Because they were the 2 people who knew about Dark Hawk.
Yeah. Chris Morgan is the only person I know.
They consulted with consulting things too.
That's right. Gang Hyuk and Lim are on the art. I don't know. Scan does the cover. They scanned the cover.
That's right.
Okay, on Earth, Chris Powell is a patrol officer with the NYPD, protecting and serving the people of New York, but out in space, he's Darkhawk, the galaxy's only line of defense. I call BS on that. Against the return of the ancient army of the Fraternity of Raptors. Fraternity
of the Raptors. Okay. Yeah, they do have a history with Darkhawks.
Spinning out of the Infinity Countdown storyline, the Hawk is back to fight for justice from the edge of Manhattan to the edge of the universe.
So it's like the Hawk?
The Hawk, that's right.
The Hawk's like the Hawk.
That's right. Well, nobody's like the Hawk, man.
No, yeah, this is true. So they've aged his character a little bit now because he's been kind of a teenager out of sorts, but now he's a police officer.
He's a grown-up.
So he has grown up.
It's the only one that's ever aged in the Marvel Universe.
When we say this is a light week, those are the number ones.
Those are the number ones. We're sorry. We cannot control this.
Yes. However, there are a couple of big stories going on.
Yeah.
The biggest might be Invincible Iron Man number 600. This is Brian Michael Bendis, his last issue.
Farewell, Brian.
In fact, I think this is his last issue with everything Marvel. He's finished everything else up. Tony Stark is back, but in what form? At least 5 huge surprises await new and old fans alike, so you can count them out. 5, not 4. 5.
Count it now to 5.
Industry legend Brian Michael Bendis drops his final Marvel Comics to end the era, and he's going out big. He's going to be joined by all of his frequent collaborators: David Marquez, Jim Chung, Mike Deodato Jr., Mark Bagley, Lemuel Francis Yu, Daniel Acuna, and a few other surprises. I didn't see Sarah Pacelli's name on there, but I assume it has to be there. All this and a huge new villain arises. And the futures of Tony, Riri Williams, and Victor Von Doom will all be revealed. Bendis is kind of the opposite of Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison, when he's done with characters, loves to break them so that nobody else can play with them. Bendis kind of goes through and puts everything back together so that it's all nice and neat, and the next person can, do whatever they want with it, and it's not going to affect his story. So, be prepared for that. That's one of the shockers.
Absolutely. The Terrifics number 4 from DC.
Loving this book.
Jeff Lemire, Evan Shaner, the girl from Gitzel. Return with the girl from Tubi. Return with the Terrifics to the Phantom World as our heroes continue their trek through the multiverse, dark or otherwise, to find a cure for the condition that binds them together. Their journey brings them to the home planet of Phantom Girl. This is one tearful reunion you do not want to miss. Plus, a giant space squid attacks. That's right, a giant space squid.
Uh-oh. Someone make a little video with Angry Hitler in the bunker about the space squid. Do people still use that?
I don't know.
Video?
I don't know. It's been a while since I heard that reference.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Very dated references.
I think we both covered that pretty well.
Because I'm not hip. I have 2 hips. That's about it. The last up for me is Wonder Woman number 47, James Robinson, Steven Segovia, and beautiful covers by Emanuela Lupacino. This is The Dark Gods Part 2. Wonder Woman seeks answers from the Greek pantheon about the strange new beings barreling towards Earth. But can she convince her creators not to abandon their creation? This is a world that has shown the Greek gods, Roman gods, the Norse gods, new gods, old gods, all these different gods. So how are they assuming that it's just the Greek gods that created this world?
Are they saying...
Well, abandon their creation. She's basically
talking about her or the world, because she's kind of their creation, isn't she?
Oh,
or what's her new origin?
No. She's actually Zeus's child.
Oh,
in the new origins here. So I guess he is their creation still. But
so anyway, yes, we don't know which creation.
Which creation?
Are they saying the Greek gods created the world? Are they taking that away from Jehovah?
Kind of what that sounds like. Yeah, I don't know what it is there.
And all that, but
Yeah, stepping on somebody's shoes, but I don't know if this is also going to continue on with anything that has to deal with Darkseid, or if he's now off and done and doing his thing with the new Justice League.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. Well, Darkseid's a hero. Just preparing anybody who doesn't know that. So, Wonder Woman, this should be close to wrapping up James Robinson's run on it. This may be the last story arc for it, and I forget who takes over, but he's had a pretty fun run so far. Fun run. So, those are the comic books. We got a little bit more.
A little bit more.
A little bit. I'll start us off.
Sure.
With the new. For me, I'm going with Lazarus number 27. I've got two reasons for this. They are finally getting to the story of Jonah Carlyle, the estranged... well, he's not yet a prodigal son of the family, but the son that's supposed to be dead, we're figuring out what happened to him. This is the first part of a two-part series, series here. This week, or in the next couple of weeks, they will announce the next part of that. Guys, this whole story is just political intrigue. If you like kind of the backstabbing, the craziness of, can one family put over the other family, that kind of goes on with Game of Thrones. They do that with this, but it's more sci-fi, futuristic, transhuman, because they have certain means of prolonging life and whatnot, thus the name Lazarus. Really, really cool book. But the other reason why I'm mentioning this is because in the letter pages here, Greg Rucka has let us know that after issue 28, which comes out in May here, they will not have the next issue. 29 will not come out until September, and at that point in time, it's going quarterly.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be 64 pages for the book, but 44 pages will be story, and then he does a lot of, like, besides the letters pages and everything, he does a lot of transcribed stuff there to kind of enrich the universe.
Cool.
I'm guessing that allows things to open up for Michael Lark to be able to pursue other stuff with his art. And Greg, is involved with a lot of TV stuff these days, so that's just one of the big things. Still going to be an awesome book. It's just going to be there a little less frequently for you guys, and those of you that are waiting for the trade, it's going to take a long time with that. Man. So,
yeah,
just be aware of that. But Lazarus, cannot say enough good things about that book.
Cool. Up for me is Old School Marvel again, but something a little bit different. This is a two-part story, kind of like the one I did last week, except this is in the same book. This was one of my favorite reads when I was a kid. I love this character. Doc Savage, number 7, and Doc Savage, number 8. And these are the last two Marvel issues of Doc Savage. It moved on to DC a little bit later. These two issues adapt Brand of the Werewolf. The Wolfman was like my favorite movie when I was a kid, and I love Werewolf by Night and all that, so anything with werewolves in it. And ironically, just about every werewolf drawn in the 70s had green pants. I don't know why. Even Charlton did that in some of their books. They all look like Werewolf by Night. I don't know why. But this is adapted by Gardner Fox and Tony Isabella, both issues written by them. The first issue is drawn by Ross Andrew, and then he went off to Spider-Man. The second issue is actually drawn or penciled by Rich Buckler and finished by Tom Sutton. But this is the reason I love this so much is because it had the werewolf in it. But it's a typical Doc Savage, a lot of adventure, a lot of fighting, a lot of fun stuff. Doc Savage kicking some ass all over the place, punching out werewolves, and very cool stuff, very fun story. And that's my joint for this week.
Cool. Great pulp character. Planetary did an awesome spin on the Doc Savage character. They did an awesome spin on everything in that book. Still one of the best reads I've ever sat down and had the pleasure of reading through. So now we can wrap things up.
Yes, now we can wrap things up.
what we usually, ask you guys, like, share, subscribe, and comment on the video below. Make sure that you tell us if you've read either of these books here. What you thought of these, what your books are that you're going to be picking up. If you know about the Rick Mobile,
let us know.
Yeah,
I'm honestly, like I said, I've never seen Rick and Morty, so I don't know if it's from that or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm like that guy that's never seen it.
I've not watched it either.
Okay.
So there are two of us that have not. But do all that. Talk. That's the thing. It's fun to do. And we made it through without all of the giggles this time. So,
yeah, we didn't lose it. Well, Riggs isn't back here.
Riggs isn't back here, but I also was not saying on board the whole time.
And there was no Captain Storm.
No Captain
appearances this week.
No, not this week. Beyond that, anything to add?
That is it for me.
Okay, from Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games, we wish you a wonderful day.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, a Merry Christmas whenever it's that time, but a wonderful day. And Read Great Comics, we will see you next week. Bye.